Hi everyone, it's MaryBeth from MBGray Designs. Welcome back to my channel. Today I got a few projects for you that I'm excited about. This one is supposed to be like a compact case, like I don't know, like that you would put powder in or something. I don't know. I think that's what this is. So yeah, we're gonna mold it and see. We're gonna mold it and see what happens. And I decided to use Diancopore's Hint of Brass. I think that's gonna be really pretty. I'm just going with one color on that, and then we'll decorate it up. So that's that one. And then I've got this cute storage box, jar, I don't know really what to call it, but it's shaped like a flower. It's so pretty. I think it's so pretty. I have molded this in the past, but it's an oldie and a goodie, and I thought I would bring it back out. And what we're going to do with this one is we're going to marble it with Diancopore's Pastel, I think is how you pronounce it, and Let's Resin Spring Green. So like the two of those together, two different greens, and that way we'll paint the flower afterwards, and we'll have the beautiful green for the jar. That's my idea anyway. And then we've got this fun octopus jar. Isn't that cute? Right here. And what we're going to do with that is I'm going to take the Let's Resin Intense chameleon powder in deep blue, and I'm going to do my best. I'm not very good at this, but I'm going to do my best to paint the inside of the mold, the octopus, in that. And then we're going to pour in Diancopore's both colors, Supernova and Siren Blue. And those two colors together, I don't know if you can kind of see them, are going to look really good, I think. So that is the plan. I am guessing on how much everything takes. I'm guessing 6 ounces, 6 ounces. Hopefully it's not quite 6 for both of these. And I think only 4 ounces for this thing because it's a very thin wall, so I don't think it's going to take that much. So that's a total of 16 ounces. So I'm going to go ahead and get that mixed up. I'm going to get the mica powders poured, dissolved in alcohol in my cups. And I'm going to get, I got something in my mold here. And then I'm going to run everything through my bubble remover. So it's going to be a hot minute for me, but for you, it'll be just a second. I'll be right back.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you, on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey, darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Ooh. get out, we can leave.
Okay, we got some of the resin out of the bubble remover, so let's get started. We will start with this powder compact. Where's my alcohol? Let's start with the biggest one here. Yeah, we're ready. This is such a beautiful color. Okay. And then we'll do this piece over here. I'm going to make sure that it's like a screw. It screws in. So I want to make sure alcohol gets all in there nicely. I'm sorry. Let me get at a different angle. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. And I think what I want to do is take a dotting tool, get a small one here, and just kind of go around this circle, just making sure we don't have any bubbles, especially because, like I said, we've got that, it's like a screw top. And we should probably do it in here as well. Oh, goodness. Might have it too full. Okay. Man, I hope 4 ounces was enough. Okay, and then let's do this one. And again, oh no, this doesn't have a screw top. So this just must, I don't know how this thing goes together, to be honest with you. We're going to figure it out. That's for sure. All right. Go ahead and pour this one. There's all these little grooves on the top. Let that go down. I think 4 ounces was perfect because I think I have just enough to kind of top off and make sure we're domed here on these other pieces. I think we're going to attempt. This one looks pretty good. I think I want to add a little bit to this one. I mean, it may not be domed perfectly, but it's full, so I think we're good. Okay, I think we got every drop out there. Perfect. What do you think of that color? I think it's so pretty. Get this out of the way. All right. Ooh, let me do just a little bit of cleanup over here. Just double checking what we got going on. Looks pretty good. All right, I'm going to move these a little bit off to the side. That one's still flowing over a little bit. Let me fix it. So yeah, 4 ounces. I'll link this mold in my description box, so if you do want to get it. And now you know it's 4 ounces. All right, the next one is the little flower jar. I just am really concerned that 6 ounces is not enough, but we're going to get started here. Let's see, I'm going to start with the actual jar. And I want to get down into like the petals and everything down in here. Okay, here we go. And I'm just going to marble the best I can here between these two beautiful greens. I ended up getting about 7 to 8 ounces for this jar, the octopus jar. And if anything, I should have done it the other way around because I think this one's bigger than the octopus jar. But it's deceiving. Sometimes I can't tell. So if we have to mix up more resin, I think it's going to be because of this one. And that's okay. It's not a big deal. I am in love with this light green by Dianca Pours. It's just so pretty. Okay, I think what I'm going to do... Ooh, I got a lot going on here. I'm going to squeeze the petals down here. The bottom. Squeeze around there while I can. See if we can dislodge any bubbles, kind of get them to come up. Ooh. Okay. So as I always say, while we're pouring, don't forget, just as a reminder, I've got a bunch of different coupon codes for different companies in my description box. I've been reaching out to a lot of them just so I can at least offer you that, so it can help save some money on your resin crafting supplies. It is an expensive craft, right? This thing, it's not cheap to be a resin artist, that's for sure. So any little bit helps. So I just wanted to let you know to check out the description box if you're interested in saving a little bit of money from any of these companies. I am still waiting on I have a Let's Resin affiliate link, but I want a coupon code. That's what I want for you guys. And I haven't heard back from them on that. So, but I have 20% off Into Resin. I've got Bonecrafter, Resiners, J Diction, Eye Candy, Rolio. So just so you know. Okay, it looks like the 6 ounces will fill up the actual jar, but I don't think there's any way we're going to fill up the lid with this. We're going to get started on it, but it's not going to finish it. And that's okay. Like I said, I don't mind mixing up more. And actually, it's about 6 ounces just to fill up this mold right here. It's about where we're at. I mean, other than the scrapings. So, okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right, so my bubble remover just beeped at me, so I'm going to get out the resin for our octopus jar, and I'll be back. Okay, we are back. So yeah, somehow I have 8 ounces 4 of the Siren Blue and 4 of the Supernova. These two colors together are just going to be, oh my goodness, gorgeous. Oh my goodness, for sure. Oh, what a nice mix. This Siren Blue is so pretty. It has that green tint to it. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, just a little bit more. Top this one off. Okay. And I don't really want to squirt the octopus lid just because I have the mica powder in there. And honestly, I did not do the best job at cleaning, my mica powder. I did the best I could, but it's not that great. But again, and I think I said this in a previous video, I'm not very good at painting in the molds. I've got to get better at that. And so the only way for me to get better is just to keep trying it. So it may not look perfect, but hopefully it'll turn out okay, you know. All right, once we get enough resin to where it's under the lip, we'll take our dotting tool and just make sure, like now it looks like. Okay. Make sure we can get the bubbles out before we fill up the rest of it. So let me get the dotting tool. Let me move this a little bit over here. All right, I can see some of the bubbles. Oh, I hope I don't scrape the mica powder off. I'm going to be as gentle as I possibly can and do the best I can here. Because we don't want any bubbles. I see one right over here. Just trying to get it. Hopefully we got it. Look at those two colors. Oh my goodness. What a mixture. All right, let's top it off. With the Supernova. Okay, so everything except this lid is full. So what I'll do is I'll mix up both the greens off camera and just fill that up, and then we'll be back to demold. Hello, we are back. We are ready to demold. We got quite a bit going on here. So when I had to make some more to fill this up, and I ended up making too much. So we've got some beautiful crosses to demold also. Why don't we go ahead and start with those? So they're a little bendy, but I had green left. I had one that was in this, what was it, Paz de Do or something, green color, and the rest were in the Spring Green by Let's Resin. So we've got those. And these were not on the heat mat. It's the next day, but these are obviously still bendy. They take a while because they're thinner. There's that one. Set back down so they can finish curing. Ooh, that's pretty. We did pretty good doming them too, so that there won't be a lot of trimming on these, which is good because they're, kind of small. They'll make pretty, like keychains, bag charms, pendants, whatever. They have hole makers in them already, so they already have a hole. So yeah, we'll do something with these. They're pretty. All right. And then I had enough of the Supernova, and I think, what was the other color? This one's Supernova. That's so pretty. This is a little bow. The mold for the bow and the butterfly are by Glitz and Glitter by Michelle. This butterfly always turns out pretty. I have a little bit of trimming. Not bad, not bad. Okay. All right. Let us get to our main projects. So we got this weird compact. This is, I don't know exactly how you use this, so we're gonna try to figure it out. Oh, this was the one that had like all those little bits. A little bit of trimming is needed, but not much. But the colors turned out nice. I'm curious to see how this goes together. Ooh. Yeah, because there's a screw, like screw top there. Okay. And then this must be kind of like the base of it, I guess. I don't know. Or it screws onto here. Okay, I think I know how this goes. All right, so this would go in here. So I guess you put powder or whatever in there. It's like a, I mean, I need to trim a little bit, make it fit better. And then this would, does it screw on? Yeah, it screws on nicely. What do you think? It's a big compact. It's not like a little one. But yeah, kind of cute. Okay, okay. You could just, honestly, what I like about this is I think this is a nice little dish, storage dish, you know? You could put whatever in here, so you really wouldn't even have to mold this piece. So, yeah. Okay. Okay, moving right along. Let's do our flower jar next. And then we'll do our octopus jar last. And sorry about my nails. I have a nail person who she actually does home. So she comes to my home, which is awesome. And she's been sick, and I broke several nails. So I'm trying to get, hopefully tomorrow. So I do apologize for my horrible nails right now. Oh well, is what it is. Okay. Oh, those colors look good together. What do you think? That flower turned out good. I'm not seeing bubbles. I mean, there are a couple in here, just minor, like very small ones, micro bubbles. No big deal. All right, let's get to the jar portion. Hopefully this won't be too hard. I don't know. This is the part that is sometimes hard. Oh, there we go. That wasn't bad. Oh, cute. All right. Let me get my mold back. There we go. There's that mold. All right. What do we think? Oh, that's pretty. So the reason I chose to do some greens, oh, there's some micro bubbles. Not too bad though. Is I thought, well, you know, because the leaves and stuff, I know these are petals, but let me see. Why is this not fitting? I mean, I don't think it needs to be trimmed much. I gotta figure that out. Why is this not? Did I do something wrong? Oh my gosh, I wonder if this is not the right lid. I think I have, there's a different lid. I mixed up two of my molds. Is that not hilarious? I'm going to have to find the jar for this one and the lid for this one. Holy shamoly. I was, I did that completely wrong. Well, I got some work to do. I'm going to have to find the proper lid, the proper jar to this, the proper lid to this, mold them, demold them, and then put them together and then come back for a final reveal. Good gravy, Mary. How did I do that? I misplaced it. I mixed them up. Oh my gosh. Has anyone ever done that before, or is it just me? Good gravy. Well, we'll get that figured out. This one I do know goes together. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable, Mary Beth. Oh well. Okay. So we just have this one little stubborn hole right there. It's not bad from a bubble. There's our octopus. He turned out okay. I didn't do too bad with my cleanup. Okay, yeah, I like the way that turned out. All right, let's get the jar. I'm going to have to pull this kind of close to me for a minute just to get it started. There we go. Oh, these colors are gorgeous together. This is the Supernova and the, oh gosh, what is it? Hold on, I've got it right here. Siren Blue, both from Dianca Pours. And there we go. There's our jar. Look at our jar. Our jar turned out nice. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That looks good. Okay. I'm liking that a lot. Well, I got a lot of work to do. So let me get busy and then we will be back for the final reveal.
So it's voiceover Mary Beth. You're probably wondering, what are you doing with seahorses? Oh, let me tell you, this video has just taken another crazy turn. So I did mold the proper jar and the proper lid, and we're going to unmold those soon. But what happened was I was starting a whole nother video for you. It's now one big, large video because when I went to unmold my seahorses, I also unmolded the correct jar and the correct lid, and it all came combined into one. So here we go. So you got more projects in this video than I was anticipating. So I picked a few colors, as you can see, I'm going through for the smaller seahorse and then for the larger seahorse. What I wanted to do is I just wanted to kind of sprinkle them all in, brush them with a big brush, and hope that different colors would show up. Well, for this first one, I didn't do a good job because when I used a big fluffy brush, it just made one new color, right? But it turned out pretty, but I really wanted to see all these beautiful colors separately, if that makes sense. It didn't work out. When I do the next one in like these pinks and stuff, and I think there's some green, I don't use a big fluffy brush, and therefore it definitely makes a difference to where in the end you'll be able to see some of the colors separated. So that's what I'm doing. I take the big brush, boom, boom, boom. Guess what? Now it's just one color. That's not what I wanted, but oh well, again, it's beautiful. It's a pretty color, so in the end it still turns out it's just not what I wanted. And I used way too much micropowder, so I didn't waste it. I put it in another mold that I'll mold later because I didn't want to waste all that micropowder that I used. So that's that. You're going to see the second seahorse here in a second right there, and I did a much better job. And as you can see, I didn't use a big fluffy brush, but I'm using a little brush just to get around the edges a little bit more. But you can see the green, you can see the different pinks. That's what I wanted. So I didn't blend it all into one color. I hope that makes sense.
So there's that one, and we're going to back it in Prima Ballerina is the color we're going to back it in. This one, I think it's beautiful. It's just one color now, though, right? So kind of a bummer, but I still think it'll look good. But we're going to back this one in Supernova. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mix up my resin. Okay, we are ready to pour this first one. I have the Supernova in the bubble remover. I'm not going to spray it with alcohol because I don't want to mess up the mica powder. So we're just gonna go ahead and start pouring some up in here. I guess it's just gonna flow down anyway, so I might as well start down here. This color is so pretty. So I've got 7 ounces for this one. You know, I'm concerned that, oh yeah, I think it'll be enough. I don't know. Boy, it's so hard for me to tell. But yeah, look, I think it's definitely going to be enough. Let's let that kind of settle in a little bit. Oh my gosh. This cup had 4 ounces in it. This cup has 3. We're going to have a lot of leftovers. A lot of extras today. Oh, it's always like that. We need it to flow, oopsie, down in the tail. Looks like it's going now. It's working its way down in the little tail over here, so I'm just letting it kind of do its thing. It's looking pretty domed in the other places. I don't want to cause it to overflow. This is going to be pretty, I think, with all the different colors. Okay, let's get to pouring. So like I said, I've got 8 ounces of the Supernova. And I don't think it's going to take, what do I know? Well, so far it's taking more than the first one took. Not much though. This was 4 ounces in this cup. Let me scrape it. It's looking pretty full. I still need it to go down to the rest of the tail there. It should work its way. So now I know this one takes 4 ounces and the other one that I thought would take more takes 3 ounces. Okay. Okay. So I think what we're going to do with the extra, I still have these Easter egg molds, different ones that I got. There was like 6 of them or something, and there's quite a few I haven't filled up yet. It's hard for me to see what's inside of them. I think flowers and such. Let's open it. Oh yeah, this has really pretty flowers inside. So let's go ahead. Maybe we'll marble the egg.
Hey, I've been dreaming about you. Every night I see you clear as day. It's just something about the way you make me feel. 'Cause I can't concentrate anytime you're beside me. Yeah, it's what you do to me. I can barely breathe. Hey, I've been thinking about you and all the words that I'm gonna say the next time that I see your pretty face. 'Cause I can't concentrate anytime you're beside me. Yeah, it's what you do to me. I can barely breathe. It's what you do to me, making my head spin in circles. And how you move with your body's giving me purpose. So just quit my job, stop wasting time, spending my days with you. It's what you do. It's what you do.
All right, we are ready to demold. So hopefully we have the correct jar and lid now to go with our other pieces. But let's start with, we got some extras here. So we got this beautiful flower. So shiny. It looks so good. So there's that. We've got a little butterfly. Oh, something got on the butterfly. There we go. Oh, I have definitely some over pour. Nothing too major, but it looks good. And another little flower. Pretty. Just fun little extras. Okay. And then we've got this egg that we did. I am curious to see how this, oh, I think, was this the supernova color? I can't remember. But look how pretty that is. Oh, that's so pretty. It'll be fun to decorate this egg up. I do need to sand the bottom. No big deal. That's cute, right? All right. And then let's see if we got the correct lid and jar now. What did I do with, oh, they're right here. So I'm hoping that this is the lid for this. I think it is. So let's see. Okay. Having a hard time gripping this. Give me a second here. Sorry, I need to pull it up close to me for some reason on this one. It's a little bit harder than I thought. Okay, we're getting there. Wow, this is tougher than I thought. There we go. Finally, finally. Good gravy. Oh, that's pretty. What do you think? And look at that. It's the proper lid. There we go. And it looks good with the marbling. So nice. So we'll get that all finished up. And now let's hope this is the jar for this lid. I can't believe I did that. I've never done that before. So that was crazy. Okay. I'm going to have to pull this up closer to me on this one too. It's a little difficult just to get it started, I guess. There we go. Now I'm kind of rolling it down. I think I am anyway. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have my gloves on. Oh my gosh. There we go. There is that. It's a cute little jar. Man, I can't even get the mold back. This mold is not easy. Whew, okay. And look at that. It's the correct lid. Yay, we figured it out. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, now what about our two little seahorses? Let's get these unmolded. I'm really hoping they turned out. The first one, the micropowder, ended up kind of being just one color. This one, I can see some variation. It doesn't stand out as much as I thought it would, but it is still pretty. What do you think? And we'll decorate her up and make her all pretty. But yeah, it's my vision didn't work, and that's okay. We experimented, and that's what's fun. But look at this one. This one, these colors are pretty. So yeah, a little bit of overpour on this one. So we'll deal with that. Nothing too major. Kind of like paper thin, actually. Easy to get off. It wants to stick to my gloves, though. So we'll take care of that. Yeah, I've got, it's all the way around. Kind of a little bit of, this was the one where it was overflowing. But other than that, It's really good. So, yeah, interesting. It's a little bit of like goldish or something right there. And right here, and right here, and up here. So there is a little bit of some type of movement in color. So yeah, I think they turned out cute. We'll definitely finish them up, and I will be back for the final reveal. Okay, we've got a lot to show you. So are you ready to see everything finished? So let's start with the octopus jar. I think it turned out really cute. I added some rhinestones around the lid right here, and then at the bottom right here. And then I just put one on each of the end of what are these called? Tentacles, I think. I don't know. And I thought those were eyes. I wasn't sure. So I think it turned out cute. What do you think? And then we've got, remember, our compact. I guess you could use it for makeup, for powder or whatever, but you could also just, as I mentioned, use this as just a cute little case for something. You could maybe not use the insert and just use it as a case. But look how cute the little cow is. And I just did rhinestones on the top. I did put UV resin over it and then rhinestones right there. That was a UVDTF sticker. Okay. And some of the extras from these, we had an egg, and I think that turned out really pretty. I painted it with green metallic marker, and then I used pink, but then I used, I've got this like liquid, oh gosh, you know what? I'll grab it, one sec. Okay, liquid gilding, and I saw Michelle from Glitz and Glitter use this, and I ended up getting some, and I used the silver. And this stuff is amazing. I really liked it. So I used the silver, and all I did is I painted over the pink, and I thought it gave it a really beautiful color. And then I put a little bit of yellow in for like the center of the flower, and then a rhinestone in the center. And I thought that egg turned out so pretty. What do you think? And then we've got a bow and a butterfly. I'll just make these into magnets. And then a couple of other extras were a couple flowers. Again, this was from Michelle at Glitz and Glitter. So is the bow and the butterfly. We'll just make some magnets. As far as molds, they came from her store. And then we have the jars, because remember I did one bottom and a lid to a different jar. It was all mixed up. So I got it figured out and we molded properly. So this jar, all I did was decorate the lid. It's still a little wet, so I'm trying to be careful. But I put the rhinestones around the edge, and then I used some gold on the inside of the flower. I put a rhinestone, I used light pink on the inside, and then on the tips of each flower petal. And that just goes in there like that. So I think that jar turned out really cute, really pretty. And then our other jar was the rose, and this took a while because I did take the rhinestones over each and every petal on the jar and on the lid. So the lid comes off. And then I did use gold metallic marker for the leaves at the bottom. So I thought that one turned out really cute. We had these crosses, if you remember, as extras, because I had a bunch extra. So again, I used the gold in here, the gold gilding, liquid gilding, and brushed them on the crosses that had these, I don't know what to call this, engravings or whatever, the markings on them, and then wiped it off. And I think they turned out really, really pretty, as you can see. And then the ones that didn't have that, I just left them plain. Here's the situation. These crosses have not cured. It's been several days. I can bend them. Something's wrong with the resin. Now the resin in the jars are completely fine. This was leftover resin. I don't know. I can't explain it because it was from the same batch, and these all cured perfectly fine, the jars and the lids. So it's a mystery to me. If you know anything, like, obviously I did something wrong. Maybe I mixed some, I don't know. But I would have thought it would have impacted the other pieces, but maybe not because they're bigger. I don't know. It's so weird. So I don't really know. Maybe I'll just make magnets or something. I don't know what I'm going to do with these because they're all bendy. So, but they would have been pretty. So those were the crosses. And then the seahorses. So here's the deal. I got a couple videos mixed up. And when I was filming the seahorses, I unmolded the rest of these jars, and now it combined with this video. Like so we're just in one big video at this point. Hopefully you don't really know the difference. It's just going to be a lot of extra editing for me on my side, which is no big deal. But for the seahorse that turned out mostly blue and we didn't get the cool effect that I was hoping for with the micro powder, I think it still turned out pretty. I just used sapphire rhinestones for the eye and then in some certain spots, as you can see here. And then for this one, same thing. It's a light pink. It kind of looks gold, but it's a light pink rhinestones. And I used one for the eye and then on these little markings. And then I just kind of randomly just put them wherever. So, but I think they're cute. I don't really know what you do with these. You know what I mean? Like they're too big for a magnet, obviously, but I don't know. Is it just a decoration, I guess? I'm not real sure. They're cute. I think they're super cute. So anyway, so that is everything that we've got here. I hope you enjoyed. Really, it was supposed to be 2 videos, but we're down to 1 longer video. Hopefully you enjoyed all these projects, just kind of a mixed match of everything. And if you haven't already, please give me a like and please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. I would greatly appreciate it. And don't forget coupon codes in the description box, as well as my email if you'd like to reach out to me. All right, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Hey, I've been dreaming about you. Every night I see you clear as day. It's just something about the way you make me feel. 'Cause I can't concentrate anytime you're beside me. Yeah, it's what you do to me. I can barely breathe. Hey, I've been thinking about you and all the words that I'm gonna say the next time that I see